So much so that they ended up talking me into that it was God's will for them to own Wine Press Publishing, which at that point was a 20-year-old, $3.5 million company that was so well respected in the industry. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Right.
And they got me to turn it over thinking I'm a female. I have no right running this company. I don't hear from God enough. Thinking I'm doing God's will. I let them have it for $10, which
I
is
mean,
bizarre
you
and
know it. Yeah, you
ridiculous.
know it now that you know now that that's, but you were also just, unfortunately, I mean, it sounds just tragic,
Yeah.
right? It just question now is, have you reconnected with your kids?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
good.
When I got out, my eyes were finally opened,
Okay.
and it was like, whoa. Okay, God, what happened? How
Yeah.
did I believe a lie was the truth and was willing to give up everything for it?
And you
And
said
that was,
13 years. 13 years you
yes,
were with this group.
yes, 13 years. Yep.
Okay.
And
And so you come out of this one and your business is gone, right? You sold your company. So what was it that made you decide to leave after you sold the wine press publishing to them for $10? I mean, did something happen where you were like they broke faith with you or
oh yeah, they
okay.
basically they had gotten me to the point where rather than the founder, I was now they had me like scrubbing toilets. No, what's the no suffering is or no discipline. That's the one.
Mhm.
Discipline is pleasant at the time, but only if you learn from it, right? Those kind of scriptures, they would like, exile you and no one talks to
Mm.
you, or they had me cleaning the bathroom and scrubbing toilets and taking trash out and not allowed to talk to any of our authors. I mean, it was bizarre. I mean, really.
Yeah.
And
When you look
I
back on your life in that space, do you now know what you were looking for that you believed? And then were
oh
you
yeah.
looking for a path to God? Were you looking for faith? Were you looking for a family? Were you looking for what was it that you were hopeful for that you were able to believe this? Because it sounds like you had to want to believe it in order to get there because it
Right.
seems pretty hard to understand. But so there
Right.
had to be something you were hoping.
Well, definitely we were at this point in time where we were questioning, the cheap grace and some of the movements out there that were just didn't feel like authentic Christianity. And
Mm.
so when we met this couple, they were like, this is the narrow road. And we,
Oh,
so they
man.
played
Oh,
that, they
shame on
played
them,
that
man.
up,
This is the narrow road.
and everyone
Ooh,
else is on the wide road. So
yeah.
we've got some insider information. I mean, they didn't say that, but
Yeah.
that was so here was my first takeaway was they appealed to my pride.
Yeah.
Like we have the truth, those other people don't. You haven't had it yet. This is where you're going to find it. And
Yeah.
it was a very family kind of environment. And I did not grow up in a strong not at all Christian family, but even the family value, we didn't really have that. So I yearned for that.